Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, have created new videos in American Sign Language to help you keep up with the latest COVID-19 news and guidance. Learn how to protect yourself and the people you care about from COVID-19.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sign1News. I'm Sign1News anchor, Christopher D. Johnson. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. For the first time in U.S. history, entrepreneurs with disabilities will be honored and recognized for their innovative and impactful business leadership. Synergy's Work is hosting the inaugural 2023 Eddie Awards tonight in Atlanta, Georgia. Synergy's Works is a nonprofit organization whose mission it is to disrupt the cycle of unemployment and systemic poverty in the disability community by turning dreams of business ownership into a reality. Entrepreneurs from all over the country will be honored and awarded at this historic celebration. Tickets are sold out. But don't worry, you can still watch from home. The first ever Eddie Awards will be live streamed with ASL interpretation at this website, app.synergieswork.org. The show starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Rapper Pras Michel, a Grammy Award-winning artist and former member of the Fugees, has been found guilty in a scheme to help China influence the U.S. government. He was found guilty of 10 criminal counts related to an international conspiracy reaching the highest levels of the U.S. government. Michel faced multiple counts over a failed conspiracy to help Malaysian businessman Zhou Lo and the Chinese government gain access to U.S. officials, including former presidents Barack Obama and Donald Trump. Michel was found guilty of conspiracy to fraud the U.S., witness tampering, and acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government. He faces up to 20 years in prison. No sentencing date has been set. Donald Trump's attempt to prevent Mike Pence from testifying about their direct conversations has failed. The D.C. Court of Appeals unanimously rejected the former president's motion. This means former Vice President Pence will likely be called soon to testify before a federal grand jury. The federal criminal investigation is examining Trump and others' actions after the 2020 election. Investigators are interested in attempts to pressure Pence to block Congress from certifying President Joe Biden's victory. They also want to hear about Trump's conversations with Pence in the days surrounding the Capitol insurrection. Pence has already said he would comply with the subpoena. Memphis, Tennessee has said goodbye to a beloved resident. Yaya, the panda, is on her way back to China. She lived at the Memphis Zoo for 20 years after arriving there with a male panda named Lilly. Lilly died of heart disease at the zoo in February, just a few weeks before the pandas were scheduled to return to China. In final videos of Lilly, the once fluffy panda looked skinny with scraggly fur. And that sparked outrage in China. Many Chinese people and some animal advocates are accusing the zoo of mistreatment and abuse. The Chinese government owns all the great pandas in the world. They are loaned to zoos in other countries for millions of dollars. A senior veterinarian and chief zoological officer from the Memphis Zoo are now accompanying Yaya on her journey back to China. Drug maker Eli Lilly says it will use a new study to ask the FDA to quickly approve its blood sugar drug tirzepatide for weight loss. That would make tirzepatide a direct competitor to the obesity drug Wegovy. The FDA approved tirzepatide last year for helping people with type 2 diabetes control blood sugar. However, according to Eli Lilly, during a study on diabetes, those who took the highest dose of tirzepatide for a year and a half not only controlled blood sugar, but also lost weight. This new data has not been published in a medical journal or peer-reviewed. But in a clinical trial published in the New England Journal of Medicine last year, non-diabetic people who were overweight or obese also lost significant weight on the highest dose of the drug. Award-winning actor Denzel Washington is back on the big screen as the Equalizer. Washington plays fan favorite vigilante Robert McCall. The character is based on the 1980s TV series with the same name. The film franchise started in 2014. The sequel debuted in 2018. And now, 5 years later, the third installment hits the big screen. But this time it's not set in the United States. It's set in southern Italy. Washington's character was enjoying a peaceful retirement until he had to step in to protect his new friends from local crime bosses. The Equalizer 3 opens in theaters September 1st. Dennis Malik Barnes, a 16-year-old high school scholar in Louisiana, has been offered more than $9 million in scholarships from hundreds of colleges and universities across the country. Barnes is a graduating senior at the International High School of New Orleans. So far, Barnes has been accepted into 175 colleges and universities and offered scholarships from more than 125 schools. That means he has been offered more scholarship money than any other college-bound senior in U.S. history. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, before Barnes, the top college scholarship recipient received $8.7 million in offers back in 2019. Barnes plans to announce his college decision next week. Whichever school he chooses, he hopes to pursue a dual undergraduate degree in computer science and criminal justice. Wow. And that's it for today. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. But if you prefer to watch on a laptop or iPad, you can watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku. Take care.